If you're watching this, your soul led you here for a reason. You keep attracting the same toxic relationships, hitting the same money blocks, and watching the same painful patterns play out in your life like a broken record. What I'm about to reveal is the ancient karma-clearing method that spiritual teachers have kept hidden for centuries, and today, I'm breaking that silence forever. 3 years ago, I was trapped in what felt like a karmic prison. No matter how much I meditated, how many affirmations I spoke, or how many healers I worked with, I kept sabotaging my own success. Sound familiar? After studying ancient spiritual practices for over a decade and helping more than 15,000 people break free from their karmic chains, I've discovered something that will shock you. This might be the breakthrough you've been waiting for. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete system to liberate yourself from karmic debt forever, and I mean forever. Here's what nobody tells you about karma. Those meditation apps and positive thinking books, they're only scratching the surface. You're trying to paint over rust instead of removing it completely. The karma keeps returning because the energetic imprint, the actual spiritual contract, remains untouched. Let me ask you this. Do you recognize these signs in your own life? You attract the same type of romantic partners who hurt you in eerily similar ways. Your bank account hits a certain number, then something always happens to drain it back down. You feel like life is punishing you, and you can't figure out what you did wrong. You have chronic health issues that doctors can't fully explain. Your family has patterns of addiction, poverty, or dysfunction that seem to repeat generation after generation. You try to move forward, but it's like you're walking through spiritual quicksand. Sound familiar? Here's the truth that keeps you stuck. You've been healing symptoms, not root causes. Every meditation session, every therapy appointment, every healing modality you've tried has been like putting a bandage on a severed artery. The bleeding never stops because the wound is in a dimension most healers don't even know exists. What I'm about to share is the 4-step karma liberation method, the exact process I use with my private clients who pay thousands for this information. The first step is identifying your specific karmic themes. Most people are healing blindly, but you need to know exactly what you're working with.
Here's a technique you can do right now while watching this video. Close your eyes for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths. Now, think about your most persistent life challenge. That thing that keeps showing up no matter what you do. Feel into the emotional signature of this pattern. Where do you feel it in your body? Now, ask yourself, when did this pattern first begin? Don't think, just feel. Most people immediately sense it goes back further than this lifetime. That's your karma speaking. The most common karmic themes I see are the wounded healer who helps everyone but themselves, the eternal student who never feels worthy of success, the love saboteur who destroys relationships right before they become real, and the spiritual seeker who stays broke to prove their purity. Pause the video right now and comment below. What karmic pattern did you just recognize in your life? I read every single comment, and your sharing helps other souls feel less alone. Now, here's where most people get it wrong. Regular cord cutting doesn't work for karma, because karmic ties exist in your soul's blueprint, not just your energy field. You need to address the spiritual contract itself. Here's the sacred severance ritual. Place your hands on your heart and speak these words, and I want you to really feel them as you say them. I call upon my highest self and the divine love that created me. I acknowledge the soul contracts and karmic agreements that have bound me to patterns of... State your specific pattern.
I recognize the lessons these experiences have brought me, and I declare that I have learned and grown from them completely. By my free will and divine right, I now revoke, cancel, and dissolve any spiritual agreements that no longer serve my highest good. I cut all karmic cords, binding me to this pattern across all timelines, dimensions, and lifetimes. It is done. It is done. It is done. You might feel tingling, emotional release, or even see colors behind your eyelids. That's the karmic cord snapping. If you don't feel anything, that's normal too. Trust that it's working. This is the part most people miss completely. Before you incarnated, your soul made agreements about what you'd experience in this lifetime. These pre-birth contracts were designed to help you grow, but sometimes they outlive their purpose. Here's how to renegotiate with your higher self. Imagine yourself in a beautiful, sacred space, maybe a temple of light or a peaceful garden. In front of you sits a radiant being who looks exactly like you, but filled with infinite wisdom and love. This is your higher self. Now, have this conversation out loud. Higher self, I see you, I honor you, and I thank you for the experiences that have shaped me. I understand that my struggles with your pattern were meant to teach me important lessons. I want to confirm, have I learned what I came here to learn from this experience? Wait for an answer. It might come as a knowing, a word, or a feeling. Most people feel a clear yes, then continue. If I have mastered this lesson, I request permission to release this contract and upgrade to a new spiritual agreement. One based on joy, abundance, and ease, rather than struggle and limitation. Do I have your permission to make this shift? Again, wait for the response. You'll usually feel a warm, loving yes. Finally, state your new intention. I now choose to experience, opposite of your pattern, love instead of heartbreak, abundance instead of lack, health instead of illness. Thank you for supporting this new path. The final step is the most powerful, converting your karmic debt into spiritual wisdom. This is ancient alchemy at its finest. Here's the gratitude-forgiveness formula that locks in your transformation. First, find genuine gratitude for your karmic pattern. I know this sounds crazy, but stay with me. Your struggles taught you compassion, wisdom, and strength you wouldn't have otherwise. Say out loud, "Thank you, your pattern, for everything you've taught me. Because of you, I am wiser, stronger, and more compassionate." Next, forgive everyone involved in your karmic drama, including yourself. I forgive everyone who played a role in this pattern, including myself. We were all playing our parts perfectly in this cosmic dance of learning. Now comes the frequency lock. Place both hands on your heart and repeat 3 times. I am free. I am worthy. I choose love. My karma is complete, and my new life begins now. If you felt energy shift during that process, if you felt tingling, emotional release, or just a sense of lightness, drop a lightning bolt emoji in the comments right now. Your energy is telling us the technique is working. Let me share what happened when my client Sarah used this method. She'd been in 7 relationships that all ended the same way. Right when things got serious, her partners would become distant and eventually leave. After one session using this technique, she met David. They've been happily married for 2 years now, and she told me, "It's like I'm a completely different person in love.
Michael came to me drowning in debt despite making 6 figures. His family had a generational pattern of financial self-sabotage going back 4 generations. Within 3 months of clearing his money karma, he received an unexpected promotion and his investment portfolio doubled. The universe literally started conspiring in his favor. And here's my own transformation. 3 years ago, I was making $30,000 a year despite having 2 master's degrees and working 60-hour weeks. I kept attracting clients who didn't value my work. After clearing my worthiness karma, my income increased by 400% in 18 months. And now, I work with clients who absolutely cherish what I offer. Now, I know some of you are thinking, this sounds too mystical. Here's what science tells us. Quantum physics shows us that consciousness affects reality at the subatomic level. Epigenetics proves that traumatic patterns can be inherited through DNA and can be changed through consciousness work. Energy healing research from institutions like HeartMath demonstrates that intention can measurably shift your biofield. Your karma isn't just spiritual. It's literally encoded in your nervous system, your cellular memory, and your energetic signature. Before we go deeper, if you know someone who needs to break free from their karma, share this video with them right now. Sometimes the universe uses us to deliver exactly what someone needs to hear. Now, let's talk about why some people struggle with karma healing. The biggest mistake I see is trying to rush the process. Karma healing isn't a weekend workshop. It's a conscious choice to evolve beyond your programming. Here's what failure looks like. You do the technique once and expect instant results. You clear the karma, but don't integrate the lesson, so you recreate the same pattern with different people. You work on surface-level karma, but ignore the deeper generational patterns. You expect to feel different immediately instead of watching for changes in what you attract. Here's what success actually looks like. You notice you're no longer triggered by situations that used to devastate you. You start attracting different types of people and opportunities. Old patterns try to resurface, but they feel foreign now, like wearing clothes that no longer fit. You feel lighter, like you've put down baggage you didn't realize you were carrying. How long does this take? Most people notice shifts within 2 to 3 weeks, but deep karmic clearing can take 3 to 6 months. The heavier your karma, the more layers there are to clear. Be patient with yourself. You're literally rewriting your soul's programming. Advanced tip: work in this order. Clear individual karma first, then family patterns, then collective karma. If you try to heal everything at once, you'll overwhelm your system. Here's your 21-day karma clearing journey. Week 1. Foundation and Identification. Days 1 through 3. Practice the past life scanning technique daily. Journal about the patterns you discover. Days 4 through 7. Begin working with your biggest karmic theme using steps 1 and 2. Week 2. Active clearing. Daily practice. Do the sacred severance ritual every morning and the soul contract revision every evening. Midweek check-in. Notice what's shifting in your external world. Week 3. Integration and sealing. Daily practice. Focus on the alchemical transformation process. Final integration. Create new habits that support your cleared energy. Your daily maintenance practices. Every morning, do a 5-minute karmic scan. Ask yourself, what energy am I carrying that isn't mine? What patterns am I ready to release today? Every evening, do a quick cord-cutting routine. Cut any new karmic debris you picked up during the day. Weekly, do a deep clearing session using all 4 steps together. You'll know it's working when synchronicities increase, you feel lighter, and you stop attracting your old patterns. What's your biggest takeaway from this video so far? Comment below. I read every single one and often reply personally. If you want to go deeper, I've created a free karma clearing checklist that includes the exact words for all 4 techniques, plus a troubleshooting guide for when you get stuck. The link is in the description below. You're also invited to join our private community of over 50,000 spiritual seekers who are all doing this work together. It's incredible what happens when you surround yourself with people who understand your journey. For those of you ready to completely transform your karma with my personal guidance, I open enrollment for my Karma Liberation Intensive twice a year. It's a deep dive program where we clear not just your individual karma, but your ancestral patterns, past life trauma, and collective karma too. If you're interested, get on the waitlist through the link below. But regardless of whether you ever work with me personally, what matters most is that you start this work today. Your soul brought you to this video for a reason. Don't let another day pass carrying karma that's ready to be released. If this video resonated with your soul, if you felt truth in these words, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your spiritual family is here waiting for you. Before you go, I want you to place your hand on your heart and repeat after me. I am not my past. I am not my karma. I am not my patterns. I am a divine being having a human experience, and I have the power to rewrite my story at any moment. My past does not define my future. My consciousness does. Remember this. You didn't come to Earth to suffer through the same lessons forever. You came here to learn, grow, and then teach others through your transformation. Your freedom isn't just about you. It's about everyone whose life you'll touch when you're no longer bound by old patterns. The universe is ready to support your new path. The question is, are you ready to walk it? I'll see you in the next video, and remember, your karma clearing journey starts now.